Hi everyone, how are you? So welcome to Using Education. Hope you saw the introduction video of our channel Using Education. So if you want more about that, the link is in the video description. So just watch it, and today we are going to learn about fiber to fabric of class 7, not class 6. After class 7, class 6 will come, right? So these are the topics you're going to come ahead. So first is introduction, next is wool, next is about silk, and next is about the difference between wool and silk, and next is the worksheet you're going to solve, and you will get the handwritten notes by me. So the link will be in the video description, right? So let us start with the introduction. Okay, so in the previous class you have learned the sources of fibers, right? So there are types: natural fiber and man-made fiber. So in natural fiber there are categorized plant fiber, animal fiber. So this is plant fiber and animal fiber and synthetic fiber. So in your grade 6 you have learned about plant fiber, and in the grade 7 you will learn about animal fiber. In the grade 8 you will learn about the synthetic fiber, right? So here animal fiber, in grade 8 synthetic fiber, and in grade 6 plant fiber, right? So in this chapter we are going to learn about animal fiber, wool and silk. So what is this here seeing? This is the silk moth and this is the cocoon, right? This is the cocoon made by the silk moth. So we will be going to learn about these very soon, right? So what is this? This is a sheep, right? This is a sheep. So why is the sheep picture here? Because we get wool from this sheep. So for this we will go. Okay. So first let us recall how fibers are made to fabrics, right? So in the previous 6th class you have learned that fibers turn to yarns and then turn to fabrics, right? How they are turned to this, right? So first the fibers are spun in the process of spinning with the help of a chakra, right? So you have seen the chakra by Gandhiji, right? He will use to make his dhotis, right? That process is known as spinning, or they spun to make yarns. How are yarns? They are like this, right? So they are weaved or knitted. So these terms you will not learn, right? To make fabrics. So this is known as process of making fibers to fabrics, right? So now let us see here. So first there is a fabric which is turned into yarn with the process of spinning, right? Using a chakra or something else into yarn. So this yarn is weaved or knitted into fabric, right? So what is this process known as? This process. So what can we write here? Process of fiber to fabric, right? So this is known as the process of fiber to fabric. Okay. So if they asked in anything, you can write So what will you have to give a title and draw some diagrams. And what is the title? Process of fiber to fabric, right? So this is the process. So let us go to the topics. So our introduction is finished, right? Our introduction is finished. Right, our introduction is finished. So now let us go to wool. So how is wool obtained? What is the story of wool? Let us study. Right? So this is wool. Right? This is wool. So this tiny little sheep. Right? So first we will learn about wool. How is wool? Is it smooth or is it rough? So let us learn about that and just go to how wool is obtained, right? So wool is obtained from the fleece or hair. So here the fleece is the hair of those animals, right? Fleece means here sheep, goat, camel, rabbit, llama, alpaca and other animals, right? Wool is obtained from the hair. Fleece means nothing but hair. So wool is obtained from the hair, means this is the hair, this is the hair. From the hair of not only sheep, from the hair of goat, camel, yak, in deserts camel, in hilly areas yak, rabbit also, in South America llama and alpaca, and other many more animals are there in which wool is obtained. But this wool is obtained from the hair of these animals. So you will write the fleece of the animals, right? You will write the fleece of the animals. So yes. So that is where the arrow mark indicated. For obtaining wool, animals are reared and then their hair is cut and processed into wool. Okay. So first, these animals are fed with different foods and they grow with hairy on their skin, right? And they cut their hair and there are different processes to make wool, which we'll study now, right? Which we'll study today, right? So they are red means what is meant by red here? Red means they will give all the needs for the animals. If they are sick, they will take them to doctor. If they are hungry, they will give food. All the things they will take care about this sheep. Why they are obtaining the sheep? Why they are rearing the sheep? Because to get the wool, right? With the wool they will get the money, right? So these animals have a thick coat of hair on their bodies because the hair traps and poor conductor of heat, right? So here their hair is very thick, right? You know the meaning of thick, right? Rough, right? On their bodies because the hair traps air, right? Means because this fleece traps the air, right? When in the cotton we wear some cotton clothes to remove the heat, right? And in the woolen season we wear different kinds of woolen clothes so that the air gets trapped. So this woolen is obtained from here, which traps the heat here. So this fleece of sheep will be cut in the summer season so that they will feel very comfortable, right? Again they will get very warm, right? So and this hair of the sheep is a bad conductor of heat or a poor conductor of heat. because they will not allow the heat to come out. So they are trapped inside it, right? They are trapped inside it, right? So let me erase. So let us go. So thick layer of hair keeps their body warm and protects them from harsh cold, right? So this in winter season keeps them very warm, means it will keep very warm for them as the air is getting trapped inside, right? And protects from harsh cold. So if it is winter season, the snow will come, but this hair will prevent this cold, right? Will prevent this cold. So let me keep the next. So now animals that give. So just now we have studied what are the animals that give wools. So these are the animals that give wools, right? Wool is obtained from these animals, or these animals give wool, right? So now let us go to the next slides, that is animals that give wool. So let us see. So first is alpaca in South America, yak in hilly regions, camel in deserts, goat here and anywhere, sheep here and anywhere, right? So now we have come where the process of wool. So just go to the previous slide and just remember these names: yak, alpaca, sheep, goat, camel and llama also. Okay, just remember llama also, right? So just remember, so they give wool, right? These animals give wool, so from their fleece. So now onwards I will say the fleece. I will say hair also. Fleece here means nothing but hair. H-A-I-R, hair. Okay. The fleece of these animals are taken and processed to make wool. So let us see how they are processed, right? So they are processed in this way. So the sheep are sheared to remove the fleece, right? So let me explain clearly. So the sheep are sheared. Sheared means with the help of trimmer, they are sheared. They are trimmed. The fleece is trimmed. The hair of the sheep is trimmed with the trimmer, and this process is known as shearing, right? This process is known as shearing. Okay, this process is known as shearing. And here now, so the term sheared is used because the process is known as shearing, right? Shearing. So this is first hair of the sheep or the fleece of the sheep is sheared or removed using a trimmer or any other machine, and that process is known as shearing, and it is baled for transport to mill. So it is taken to mill, right? It is taken to a mill which is baled. Baled means they are keeping like this, like bundles in rows, right? And they are transported to a mill. So what they will do in mill, so they will wash and remove the dirt using machines or buckets as you see here, and this process is known as scouring, right? scouring, scouring, right? Scouring. So to remove the dust and other germs in this fleece, right? So this process is known as scouring. So first they will remove the hair of the sheep, and then they will take it to a mill in a baled form, and they will wash it to remove the dust, germs and all, right? Then carding machine, the carding machine combs loose the fibers into sheet, right? The sheet is just called rope. So this process is known as rolling, right? Rolling. And here the yarn is wool. So let's see the next process, right? So next is what are the processes next? So this is where wool is found, right? So we will come back to this. So this is a clear picture, right? So there, that was a correct picture, but there was something missing, that is sorting, right? Sorting. What is sorting here? Sorting means the different textures, right? The different textures of wool are separated. Okay, the different textures are separated according to the type, right? These are sorted. Sorted means we are keeping aside, right? Different textures and different types of wool, and then they are dyed. Dyed means nothing but in your 6th class you have learned that dyed means adding color, right? So this wool is added a color, right, of yellow or something. So mainly they are of black, white and other color. Black, white and brown. Usually the sheep hair or the wool natural color is brown, white or black. So to get more colors they are dyed in the process of dyeing, and these are so rolling. The straightening and combing comes here, okay? At the last, rolling comes, right? So this rolling means nothing but, so this wool is rolled or combed straightly, right? This is straightened and made into yarn, and then using the process of knitting, weaving, they will make into fabric, right? So once again we will come, okay? So once again we will come. So first it is shearing, right? First it is shearing. Shearing is the removal of the fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin, right? So shearing means nothing but, so the hair of the skin is removed or sheared. The fleece of the sheep is removed or sheared, right? So in the scouring, the dirt, all germs are removed, right, in a bucket or in machines, right? But the main part is to remove the dirt of the skin, right, of the sheared skin or sheared hair. Sorting. So what is sorting? So they are sorted into different textures, right? So they will identify the textures and the types. So is this wool softy? Is this wool rough? So how are they? In the type of textures and types, they will be sorted. Sorted means they will keep aside. And next the process is dyeing, means they will add color to this wool. So the natural color is, what is the natural color? Black, white or brown, right? So and they, after dyeing, they are straightened. So first they are curly, right? So next they are straightened, okay? They are straightened, into yarns, right? And after yarns, you know, in the 6th class you have learned using the process of knitting and weaving, we will turn them into fabric. Okay, so let's see what is next. So just see the video and you know about the processing of fiber into wool, right? So how the process is done, so just see. Okay,
processing fiber into wool. We cannot use fibers obtained from sheep directly for making sweaters, shawls and many other things. Instead, these are processed in stepwise manner. Here, in this lesson, we will learn how fibers are processed into wool. The first step is shearing. The layer of hairs around the sheep body is called fleece. Shearing is the process of removing fleece and the thin layer of skin from the sheep body. For this process, tools similar to those used by barbers are used. The outer skin of animal body is dead, so shearing does not harm the sheep. However, this process must be done during hot weather. The reason is simple. If shearing is done in winter, then the cold climate could harm the sheep since the protective layer is not present. However, in hot weather, they can remain safe even if there is no protective layer. After shearing, the skin rebuilds in some days and the hair starts growing again. Shearing provides fibers. After shearing, the next step is scouring. The hairs, that is fibers, obtained from shearing contains dirt such as grease and dust. It must be removed before further processing. Thus, the sheared skin along with hairs is washed thoroughly to remove dirt. It is called scouring. It is done by hand or by machines. It is then dried and sent to factory. Scouring provides clean fibers. After scouring, the next step is sorting. In this step, the clean fibers are taken to factory where they are separated according to the texture such as length and color. The fine hairs are used to make cloths while coarse hairs are used to make rugs. There are small fluffy fibers called burrs present on the fleece. These are removed and used as burrs on sweaters. The next step in processing wool is dyeing. The fibers are dyed, that is, colored according to need. Since fibers are white, brown or black naturally, therefore other colors are used for dyeing. After dyeing, fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. This is how a woolen yarn is obtained. There are two types of fibers, longer fiber and shorter fiber. Longer fibers are used for making sweaters, while shorter fibers are used for making woolen clothes. So, I hope you have understood how fibers are converted into wool.
So yeah, did you understand? So, before going to this, so I want to tell you something, right? So in this video, we have learned something extra, right? So in the process of sorting, some small fluffy fibers called burrs are removed, and in the sweaters we see that there are some fluffy things here. Those are nothing but burrs of the sheep separated in the process of sorting, right? Remember this, okay? And as I said, the shearing is done in summers only because they don't need the protection shield or the fleece, right? The protected shield is here nothing but the fleece or hair of the sheep, because they are comfortable in summer without the fleece without their fleece. But in winters they want it because it is very cold in winters, right? It is very cold in winters, and this coldness can harm the sheep, right? So that's why. So as I said, so the scouring is done by hand or machines, right? And then the natural color are white, brown and black, right? And then because they want more nicely to look and more beautiful to look, they are dyeing into colors, and they are straightened and combed in the process of rolling, right? So here, as they said, means the extra we learned that the length, they are sorted of length, color and how coarse means rough, used in maths, right? Maths. So the coarse wool is matte, and the soft wool is for clothes making, right? For clothes making purpose. So now, so let us come, and so I will just, without saying anywhere, so let me explain you, right? So just keep in mind. So now I will be telling what are the processes. So you have to keep in mind what first comes, what second comes, what third comes. Okay. So first is shearing, right? First is shearing. So what is done in shearing? So the fleece of the sheep is sheared, right? The fleece of the sheep is sheared only in summers, right? I have told the reason why in summers, because it is very hot and they feel very comfortable, right? And after shearing, scouring comes, right? What is scouring? All the dirt in the fleece or the hair is removed, right? Mainly grease and dust are removed from the fleece of the sheep. So what is next? So this is clean wool with no dirt and dust. So this cleaning is done by hand, means using buckets or machines, right? Machines. So after scouring, sorting comes. So what we do in sorting? So we sort different textures and different types, like length, like colors, like how the quality, coarse or soft, right? So in this sorting, small fluffy fibers called burrs are removed, right? Are removed. And where we find these burrs? In the sweaters, right? When we wear sweaters, small softy things will be there. They are added there. That is known as burrs, right? BURRS, burrs. So next, after this, what is done? They are dyed, means they are added color, right? So mainly the natural color is brown, black and white. So to look more beautiful, they will add color. Like how? Like purple or red or something different colors, right? And next, after dyeing, we have rolling. So here the fleece is very not straightened, right? They are not straightened. So rolling is a process when the fleece of the sheep is straightened, combed and rolled, right? It is very easy. So let us go. Okay. So this video we have seen
processing fiber.
So now is wool is completed, right? Wool is completed, and now it's the turn of silk. Okay, now it's the turn of silk. So this is silk. So by seeing only you will be attracted to silk, right? So let's know more about silk. Okay. So first we will learn the uses of silk, how the silk is smooth, rough or coarse. So silk is a costly fiber, right? So it is very costly. The silk is very costly, right? The silk is very costly. Okay. So what is next? Silk fiber is used for weaving clothes, especially traditional dresses in India like sari, kurta, shawl and other wedding clothes. So this silk is used for making clothes like many saris, right? Like saris, kurtas. So we'll look very beautiful while wearing this, and mainly in wedding, right? Mainly in wedding, they will give us this clothes. Okay. Silk had always been prized for its luster and fine quality. So what is luster here? So in 6th class you have learned about luster, right? Luster means a shine. So it gives a very shine, so which is very beautiful, right? It gives us a shine, and it is fine quality. It is very quality, right? It is fine for its quality, right? The countries which produce silk on a large scale are China, first rank, and India, right? So these countries produce silk. So first is China and next is India. So China is the first rank, and in China the silk is obtained, right? So the story will come soon in one video of animation by me, right? The animations will be done by me. So let us go to next. Okay. Rearing of silkworms. Okay. So this we will come here next. So how do we get silk, right? How do we get silk? So we will get silk from silk plants or something else. No. We will get silk from these silkworms. So how these silkworms are formed? So to learn about this, first let's see. So first the silk moth, right? The silk moth lays eggs, right? This lays eggs, and this eggs hatch, giving silkworms or larvae, right? So the eggs are hatched into silkworms. Silkworms eat mulberry leaves and grow in size. So these silkworms eat mulberry leaves and grow in size. And during this phase, they shed their skin 4 times. Shedding of skin is called molting. So here, they shed their skins. Means in 4 times, this skin is removed to form a new skin, right? And this shedding of skin is known as molting. Okay, this shedding of skin is known as molting. Okay, so next, this silkworm forms a cocoon around itself, right? Forms a cocoon around itself like this. Okay, they form a cocoon around itself, right? Silkworms begin spinning their cocoons around themselves. Okay, so these cocoons help in making the silk fibers. So how are these silkworms formed? So in the butterfly, as you have learned in 5th class, so this butterfly, this caterpillar grows to butterfly, and here also silkworm grows to silk moth, and this silk moth lays eggs, and the process is happen as you know, right? So here, with the help of this cocoon, what we are going to do? silk farmers collect these cocoons, right? Red silk farmers collect these cocoons. Filaments are obtained from cocoons by process called reeling or filation, right? So this filaments, right? This is removed and the filament around itself is obtained in the process of reeling or filation, right? The filaments are obtained, right? Means the silk, the silkworm under dies or it, right? As you know, and the separating of silk from the cocoon, right? So that is known as reeling. Silk fibers are then spun into silk threads. So as you know, in the process of spinning, they are spun into yarns, and after yarns, they will go. So some cocoons are allowed to grow into female silk moths or male silk moths so that they can get eggs, right? So that they can get eggs. So here this is 100%. You will get an exam, that is rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is known as sericulture. So what is rearing we have learned, right? Rearing means nothing but giving everything needed to silkworm, right? Given everything needed to the animal which we are rearing. For example, let's take sheep, we'll take it to a doctor, give food, many things, right? So rearing of this silk, for obtaining something we'll rear them, right? So for obtaining, so why we are rearing sheep? For obtaining wool, right? The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk, right? We rear silkworms for obtaining silk, and that is called sericulture, right? Sericulture. Okay. So let us move next. So this is the complete process, how they are come, how they do everything. So this is eggs hatching into silkworms. They are fed by mulberry leaves, forms cocoon around itself, cocoon formation, right? Reeling and spinning to get raw silk, right? They will get silk separated from the cocoon, right? Twisting, and they are twisted and weaved, right? So here they are reeled by reelers, and they are twisted by twisters, and they are weaved by weavers, right? Here silk rearers. So here the silk rearing is done, right? So the moths are there, moth pairs, and they will lay eggs hatching into silkworms. So these are silk rearers which rear silk, and these are the farmers which grow mulberry leaves, right? Which grow mulberry leaves. The scientific name of mulberry leaves is nothing but Morus alba, right? Morus alba. So let's go to next. So who do reeling? Reelers. Who do spinning or twisting? Twisters. Who do weaving? Weavers, right? Right? So with the information, we complete the silk topic, right? We complete the silk topic, right? So next, what is the difference between wool and silk? Let's complete that. So what is the difference between them, right? Wool is obtained mainly from the fleece of some animals like goat and sheep. Silk is obtained from silkworms. So this depends on the animals which obtain the fiber, right? So silk fiber is obtained from silk moth, right? One animal, and this wool is not obtained from silkworm, and this silk is not obtained from the sheep and other animals, right? So this wool is obtained by many animals, but this silk is obtained from only silkworms. But wool is not obtained from silk, right? The wool is not obtained from silkworm. Wool appears mostly creamy white in color, so it appears like very vanilla vanilla cream, you know, it appears same like that whitey. But this silk is lustrous, which gives shine, right? So we will attract to the silk and has a peculiar natural shine, right? We will not add any shine to that. It naturally has this shine. So now wool absorbs moisture to great extent, right? So when we sweat, right, so it absorbs, wool absorbs the moisture, but this silk absorbs moisture to a very less extent, right? So when we sweat, it absorbs very less, right? Wool has good insulating properties, right? Insulators. So did you hear any term insulator? Right. You have learned a term insulator in 6th class, right? So this wool is the insulator of heat as it traps the air inside, right? Silk is not good as wool to keep the body warm. So what is wool doing here? So wool here is keeping us warm in winter, but this silk is not as good as wool in keeping warm, right? In keeping warm, it is not as good as, right? So these are the differences. So let us go into our topics. Okay, so we completed this. We completed everything, but we left the worksheet, right? So let us complete the worksheet, right? So there are 5 questions. So let us see. So define the following, right? So I will only say, so I will just give you 5 seconds. Just recall everything one by one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last count is 5. So what is molting? The process in which silkworm shed its skin 4 times, right? The process in which silkworm sheds its skin 4 times, as it gets new skin 4 times, right? So now what is scouring? Scouring means removing all the dirt in the fleece of the sheep, right? Process in which sheared skin is washed, as I said. So what is sorting? Different textures and types are sorted in the form of colors, length, the quality, how it is soft and rough or coarse. The fleece is sorted into different textures and types. Okay. Shearing. So what is shearing? Removing of the hair of the sheep, or the process of shearing, right? What is the process of shearing? In this process, the fleece of the sheep is sheared, right? Is removed or sheared or trimmed, right? So what is fleece? The hair of the sheep or the hair of the wool obtainers is known as fleece. The hair of the sheep or hair of the wool obtainers. So okay, let us go to dashboard and let us go to second question. Fill in the blanks. Rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is known as. So I will give only 5 seconds to answer all these questions. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is known as sericulture, right? Sericulture. So R is gone there, right? So this is known as the rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is known as sericulture. On which leaves do silkworms feed on? So the scientific name is Morus alba. which is nothing but mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves. And now what is next? Wool is obtained from which part of the body? So wool is obtained from the hair, right? Here you will not write fleece. Fleece means in the process it is known as fleece, but in the which part? In which part of the body? Hair of the body, right? On the hair of the body. So let us go to dashboard and let us answer the third question. So worksheet question. Various steps involved to obtain wool from fleece are given here. Pick out the birds, dyeing in various colors, shearing, scouring, sorting. Write the above steps in correct sequence in which they are carried out. So let me write out. So first is shearing, right? So what is next? Next is, so let me write the next. So what is next? Next is scouring. So right, scouring is there. So first the skin of the sheep is sheared and then removed. The dirt and grease are removed, and next it is sent to a factory, and next it is sorted, right? Sorted. And after this sorting, right? After this sorting, we will remove the burrs, right? Removing the burrs. And these burrs are kept in the sweaters, right? In the sweaters, and after that it is dyed, right? So here I forgot to add one step, which is nothing but rolling. Rolling means straightened or combed, right? So let us go to dashboard. So this question is solved, right? This question is solved. So if you get, you are the winners. If you don't get, just rewind the video and just. So let's go to the fourth question. So here, arrange the steps of silk production in jumble. So these processes are arranged in jumbled form. So right, arrange them in proper sequence. So first, female silk moth lace eggs. So that is first. So let me take one light color. Okay, so let me take yellow here. So first is this, and next, eggs are warmed to suitable. So what is next? Cocoons are kept under the sun and boiled in water. Nor the larvae, caterpillar or silkworm are kept in clean trays along with fresh chopped mulberry leaves. So this is the next, right? So they are hatched, right? The larvae or caterpillars. So after that, second is this, right? Eggs are warmed to suitable temperature. So these eggs are warmed to suitable temperature for larvae to hatch from the eggs. So this is third. Okay, so this is third. And next, cocoons, no, right? So this is fourth. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillars stop eating and start spinning cocoons around them, right? Okay. And next, what is next? 1, 2. So this is 3, 4. A is done. So C is done, D is done, E is done, and F and B. So after this, cocoons are kept under. So what is the fourth step? So after this, cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled water and boiled in water. So this is the 5th step, right? So after this they are heated. Mainly the point arises is heating, right? Concept of the point is heating. So these cocoons are heated, and here the fibers, means the silk, is separated from the cocoon. 6. So this is solved. So what is next? So let us go to dashboard. Let us go to 5th question. Write the various steps for processing silkworms and explain. So now is scouring, scouring. So what we do in scouring? We remove this fleece, right? Remove the fleece. So what is next? So okay. So what is next? So next is sort, and so next is not sorting, scouring. Okay. So in the process of scouring, the sheared skin, the sheared fleece, right, is washed, right? So next, after which here will come, after scouring, they are sent so that is not scouring, that is sorting. No, that is shearing. First one is shearing, and next one is scouring, and next one is sent to factories and sorted, right? Sorting in different textures, sorted in different textures. So sorted in different textures and types, right? And next, what is that? Sorting, removing burrs removal, right? So and they are added to this. The burrs are removed, and next, what is, they are dyed, adding colors to the sheep. And next, what is that? Just recall. Next is rolling, right? Or straight. In this process, they are rolled. The process itself says it is rolled, straightened. When it is rolled, it is getting straight, so straighten. So next, after straightening, so they are combed, right? So we explained the full process here again. If you do not get, just rewind and see how this process is done. Okay. So let us go to dashboard. Let us go to topic. So we completed the worksheet, right? Worksheet is also completed. So thank you. So please subscribe to this channel for more interesting updates, and the handwritten notes by me is in the video description, right? In the video description, and please subscribe, right? And there will be an app coming, that is using educational app, so you can download and see videos that are there in the channel, which are sorted, right? The videos are sorted according to the grades. The videos are kept according to the grades. Okay, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. So till grade 8 only we are saying. So when grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 and many more, right? So 1 to 8 we are saying as see in the channel description, and please subscribe the channel and like, share and comment if you have any doubts, right? Please subscribe and please comment if you have any doubts and like the video. Thank you.